Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, I am Abby, also known as Makeup by Delite. So I did a poll on Facebook today to find out whether you wanted me to film with a Huda Beauty palette or whether you wanted me to film with the Morphe 39A Dares to Create palette, and the Morphe palette won. So this is the look I have come up with the palette. I love the way it turned out. I didn't want to do something using all of the browns because I feel like everybody does that and I do that all the time. So I just wanted to do something with a little bit of color, something a little bit different. And this is the first beat of 2018, so it had to be a really good one. First off, I would just like to say thank you so much to everybody that supported me over the last year and a half on YouTube and the last couple of years on Instagram. It means the world to me, and for those people that actually know me, know that I work really hard on the content I create. I want 2018 to be my bitch. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, join my little squad, and also give this video a thumbs up because that would be great and it really helps me out so I can create more videos for you. If you like this and you want to see more videos like this, then let me know. As always, everything will be listed in the description box down below. I don't actually do my lip on camera, but I will list all of the products I've used on my lips in the description box as well. With all that being said, let's just get into the tutorial. So the first shade I'm going to use from this little baby right here is this middle shade here, and this one is called Define Me, and it's one of these sort of like bigger pans. And I'm going to be taking that on a Luxie 221 Luxe Soft Crease brush, and I'm just going to run that all the way through the crease and underneath the eye as well. And you want to blend this out quite far towards the brow bone and towards the temple. As you can see, I haven't really winged it out. It's still quite rounded, but it's really blown out. So the next shade I'm going to use is this one that's third down on the top row, and it's called Create. And it looks in the pan like a really nice sort of like raspberry, purpley, like quite a deep color. But when it goes on the eye, it goes quite bright and very sort of pinky. So I'm just taking that on a Morphe M514 brush. And I'm going to start packing that onto the inner and outer corner. And then I'm blending it through the crease and underneath the eye as well. Then I'm going to go back in with my Zoeva 221 brush, and I'm just going to go right along the edges. Just make sure that's nice and blended. And this will also help to pull the colour out a little bit more as well, make it a little bit more blown out. And then what I'm going to do is go in with a clean brush as well, and that is just to make sure the shape stays in the right kind of shape that we want, and to make sure there's no harsh lines. So the next colour I'm going to take is this one right here, which is just above the one that we just used. So basically I'm just going to work my way up this way until we get to this darker one. So it's going to be this one next, and I'm taking that on a Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to start mainly just focusing this on the inner and outer corners. Just really building that depth up and making sure that we keep a nice gradient. And then when I've got less product on my brush, I'm just really lightly wiggling that through to the crease just to connect them. And then I'm just going to keep building that colour up until I am happy with it. And then I'm just going to run that underneath the eye as well. Then I'm going to go back in with a bit of the Create shade, which is the shade we used just before, with my M514 brush. And I'm just going to run that along the edges, just to make sure we don't lose this colour. So you want to keep that nice gradient. So the next shade I'm going to use is this one right here. This one is the darkest one and it's called Forever. This one I didn't actually say the name, but it's called Passion. So now we're going to use Forever, and then we're just going to take that on a slightly smaller brush. So I'm going to be using a Morphe M507 brush, which is just like a step down from the M506, and it's just slightly more tapered at the end, so it's a little bit more precise. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I did before, just packing that onto the inner and outer corners, just really building up the depth. Then I'm going to go back in with my M506 brush and just blend that out a little bit. This one's just a little bit more fluffy of a brush, so it just helps the blend a little bit more. And then I'm going back in with my M514 brush. And I'm not adding any extra product to the brushes when I'm using them to blend out. Now I'm going back in with my first brush, which is the 221, just around the edges, make sure that's nice and blended. And then I'm going to take that darker shade underneath the eye as well. Now I'm just going to go back in with my M514 brush and just make sure I'm happy with everything. Make sure that I'm happy with how it's blended out and the shape, and just make sure they look symmetrical. Now I'm just going to go back in one last time with my clean brush and just make sure the edges are nice and soft. So now I'm just going to clean up the lid and make sure I can get that nice sharp line to cut the crease. And I'm just going to use my Eden Primer Potion with a flat concealer brush. And then once I've got that middle section cleaned up, I'm just going to use my brush just to lightly tap around the edges to make sure we can get a nice fade. Okay, so now that we've got that cleaned up and it's looking even with the other side, we're gonna go on to the lid shade, and it's gonna be this bright orangey red. It reminds me of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, and it's called Snatched. So I'm just taking that on a Zoeva 234 brush, and I'm just going to pack that onto where we've placed that concealer. Now what I'm going to do is work back through the colours from darkest to the really nice berry shade, and just tap that along the edges of where we've placed the lid shade, just to make it a nice sort of gradient so it's not just like stuck on. So now that all of the eyeshadow is done, I'm just going to do a line across my lash line, and I'm going to be using my Precision Gel Liner from Illamasqua as always. I'm just taking that on a Zoeva 317 winged liner brush. So now I'm just going to apply some mascara, and I'm just using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I've really been liking this at the moment, so I'm trying this little sample, as I said in my last video, and so far I really like it. The only thing I don't like about it is that I feel like it's quite dry on my lashes, like I don't feel like it's very flexible. Other than that, it stays on, it doesn't really crumble throughout the day, and it doesn't print on me here, so I don't get little like grey imprints, which I do with a lot of mascara. So the lashes that I'm going to use are these ones right here, and these are by a brand called Backstage Beauty. I have obviously used this brand before with the Rodeo Dries, which are actually one of my favourite styles of lashes. But these ones are like a new style they brought out. So they brought out 3 new styles in the premium lashes. And this one is called Ladies Who Lunch. So I got all 3 sets. I've only worn 1 set so far. And I think that one was called Girls Night Out. So there's Girls Night Out, Ladies Who Lunch, and then Date Night. So I haven't tried Date Night yet, and this is the first time I'm wearing these ones as well. But they really remind me of the Lily lashes in the style Vegas, because they're very fluffy. They are sort of like piecey as well, but they're still really long. But these ones are silk, so they're not mink. So they're going to be cruelty free, and they're going to last a really long time if you take good care of them. So now that the glue is dry, I'm just going to pop these on. So now I just want to finish this look off with a lip colour, and I think I'm just going to do a nude because I feel like it would really suit this eye. I feel like if I went too dark, it would just be too overpowering, and I really want the focus to be on the eyes only. So I'm just going to do a nude. I'm just going to pop off camera and do that because you've seen it a million times, and that was my doorbell. And I'll be right back. So I went ahead and applied a lip off camera just because it's nude, and it's a fucking nude lip, so I'm not going to show you because you see me do it in every freaking video. So if you want to know what the lip combo I have on, it is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Sandstorm, and then it's the Desi & KE Dose of Colors lipstick in No Shade with the Buxom White Russian Gloss over the top. So this is like my favorite lip combo ever of all time. This is like my perfect lip. This, I feel it goes literally everything. And I think it just looks good on like most people, whether you're dark skinned, light skinned. I would say if you're very fair, then it might be a bit too light for you, might make you look a bit washed out, but I like it for like my skin tone. I'm not really a medium skin tone. I would say I'm like a light to medium skin tone because I'm not very tanned. That's my favorite lip. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys love this video. Obviously I did the poll on Instagram and you guys said that you wanted to see me use this palette in a video, so that's why I've done that for you. I am still gonna film with the other palette that was in the poll as well, but I just thought I would do this one first so that I can get the video up first, because that's what you guys want to see. But let me know if you like it when I do videos like this where all of the rest of my makeup is already done and I just do the eyes for you, or whether you prefer like a full face tutorial. Just because I don't really change my foundation routine very much, so I feel like if you've seen me do it once, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing in every video, and I feel like if I just do it like this, I can get more videos up and they are shorter so you can watch more of them, rather than putting up like a 20-25 minute video of me doing like a full face beat. But let me know what you guys want to see, because if you like the longer videos where I do everything, then I'll do that for you, because I love you so much. As always, everything will be listed in the description box down below, as well as all of my socials as well, so you can go and follow me there too. Instagram is my main G, so go and give that a little follow. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and that would be sick. With all that being said, I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.